Welcome, welcome. This is Amy Nicholas doing a Facebook Live. It's been a really long time since I've done one, and probably should have done some before. So about the title, 60-Day Entertainment Fast. Can you do it? I got this idea from a guy named Wesley Virgin. He has a series on YouTube, and his series is called Ask a Multi-Millionaire, and his thing is to basically take yourself off of social media, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, whatever your addictions are, everything. So take yourself off for 60 days. Also, no TV, as in no regular TV watching. You can watch like YouTube educational videos, which was my TV for 60 days. Motivational stuff, sermons, mentors, things like that. What else? No music. This was a really hard one. I love listening to music, and that was extremely challenging to not have music, especially in the car. I usually listen to motivational stuff anyhow in the car, but that was a challenge to not have any kind of fun music playing. and also during work time, because I like to listen to music when I'm working. But instead I just played positive motivational YouTube stuff. A lot of the guy I mentioned, Wesley Virgin, a lot of his audios. He has a ton of videos online, so I highly recommend checking them out. And then I also listened to isochronic alpha tones. Isochronic is a form, it's similar to binaural beats. Welcome everybody. And basically isochronic tones will help you focus, will help your memory, help you concentrate. So I use that for my music during work time. You don't have to have headphones. There's certain alpha isochronic tones you can listen to and not wear headphones, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I started in middle of August. Yesterday was my last day of my 60-day fast, and so it was a big challenge the first 2 weeks probably to not listen to music, not have any contact with the radio and things like that. Now we did have a hurricane here in Florida, like I think it was like around that 2-week point, where I kind of checked in on the news just to know that what was going to happen. But other than that, I kind of just relied on my husband to give me the updates and make sure we were good. And I went on Facebook one time to update people that I was safe, and that was it. But that was also the second most challenging thing, other than the music, was not being on Facebook. With full disclosure, I did get on Messenger because I contact my team, my virtual assistants and such, through Facebook Messenger. It's just how we communicate. So I did continue doing that, but I did not spend any time scrolling through news feeds. I did not spend any time reading people's posts or anything like that. Basically, it was really great, actually. I'm basically, really glad that I got myself off Facebook for, 2 months. There's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of people trying to, and I understand, I like to sell things to people too, but there's a lot of people trying to sell to you, right? There's a lot of ads, there's a lot of courses, especially as an entrepreneur. You get, hey Pauline, or Peter, yeah, there's a lot of distraction, I'm trying to like stay in the sun here, but it's also blinding. There's a lot of distractions out there, and it kept me down, and I thought it was the opposite. I thought I was in these Facebook groups to learn the businesses I was, looking to excel at, and to, get inspired and things like that. Unfortunately, I kind of just took a serious look at my situation and realized those groups just weren't making me any money, right? If they weren't improving my situation, if they weren't bettering my life, then they were wasting my time, basically. So I've told myself I'm going to remove myself from a lot of Facebook groups as I get back online here and start getting on Facebook again, which will be weird. But yeah, I just basically kind of said to myself, I'm gonna just stay in these couple small little groups, and thanks for the likes, on Facebook, and just remove myself from the other ones. And no hard feelings, you know. There wasn't anything that happened that made me mad or anything like that. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, it wasn't anything like that. It was just, like I said, I just had to take a serious look at where I was and where I wanted to be, and realize that a big stumbling block was focusing on what other people were doing. And that's just, if you want to grow, you can't grow by looking at what everybody else is doing, right? So the only way to grow is to focus on yourself. And it might seem selfish, but you can't help anybody if you don't focus on taking care of yourself first, right? So I kind of just jotted down a few things as I looked back over my 60 days, and I thought, what did I really get? Well, number one, I feel like a changed person. Focus, yes. Thanks, Pauline. Focus yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. That was like the fourth thing I wrote down on my sheet. And not because it's the fourth of importance, it was just the way my brain was thinking. But number one was clarity. Clarity for me was so important because before the fast, I felt that I was doing things in a scrambled sort of manner. Hey, what's up, Jake? Thanks for the hearts and likes, guys. Yeah, I was doing things in a scrambled sort of manner. And what I mean by that is I was trying to take massive action, but when you don't have a direction of what to do or where to go or a clear vision in front of you, you know, it's scrambled efforts. It's your efforts seem very fruitless, you know, because you're working hard, but you're not seeing stuff happen for you, right? So what I realized was I had to get clear on things. And being away from social media, being away from the TV, and honestly, I didn't watch a lot of TV before. I'd watch, like, I don't know, maybe like an hour at night, like something funny like The Office or something, because we have Netflix. But TV wasn't really a stumbling block. I did notice I was watching, you know, movies on the weekends and things like that, but that wasn't a huge, you know, stumbling block. But again, it takes time, right? It takes time to sit there and watch the TV. So instead of watching something like a funny sitcom during that hour, I was working on something else in my business. Or I had new insights because my mind was clear and I wasn't on Facebook reading about what other people were doing. And I said, you know, I should be reading. I should be reading a good book. I read a lot of biographies. I read the one about the Nike guy that invented Nike, Phil Knight. And that was a really, really good book. Highly recommended. What's up, Darren? It's called Shoe Dog, by the way. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Yeah, Shoe Dog, excellent book for entrepreneurs or just anybody, really. The guy, you know, you think Nike's this big, huge, selfish company. I don't know. There's this image of like corporate giant, evil, whatever. But when you read that book, you're really going to change your perspective and see what that guy really went through to bring that to fruition. Hey, April. That's my sister. Yeah, so Shoe Dog, I read I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like the story of Alibaba with Jack Ma. It was a decent book. I kind of wish it had actually been written more like first person from Jack Ma. It was like somebody interviewed him and got research and stuff on him, which is never quite as close to the source, you know. What else did I read? Oh, I reread Awaken the Giant Within, which is like a huge Tony Robbins book. And I noticed again, like the first time I read it in like 10 days. And if you see how big that book is, you're like, whoa. But I did it again. Hey, Savan. Yeah, I did it a second time in like 10 days. And I was like, you know, there's really something to this book. I probably should just keep it like by my bed or something. So Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins, my favorite Tony Robbins book. It was actually the second one that he wrote. Unleash the Power Within is, I believe, the first one, which is a good book as well, but I think he formulated his thoughts better in the second one. What else? Systems. I started formulating a team. I started having a clear path in front of me, and I think it really helps to say that we're in the fourth quarter for anybody in e-commerce or just, you know, anything selling, really. Fourth quarter, people tend to spend more money because Christmas is coming. So that was like a thing when I was waking up every day, instead of just being like, what should I be doing today? I don't know. You know, where's my life going? It was like, hey, it's Q4. Get up, get going. You know. Hey, Adnan. So yeah, fourth quarter was like a little shove for me to get my systems in place and just get, you know, I have like a big interest in print on demand, POD, as the people in the industry like to call it. I've got all these designs, and I was like, I call it digital clutter. When you have things in all different places on your computer and files and things like that, I was like, man, I need to really clean this crap up. So I organized all these designs I had and realized I had a lot more product potential than I realized before. And so I was like, let's just get everything out there. You know, I'm just going to start uploading. I'm going to get a team. We're going to, you know, just be working, you know, like constantly for uploading. And I realized too, I should have been doing this all summer, you know, instead of being like, oh, it's slow, you know, what should I be doing, you know. I should have been doing this, you know, so I would be ready for fourth quarter. Because honestly, you should be ready by like October 1st, not getting ready. And I started more like in August, but still, just heads up for anybody in e-commerce, start early. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Feel free to like ask any questions, you know, about this little journey I'm sharing. I like having a story to tell because during the 60 days, I'll be honest, it felt very lonely, because I wasn't on social media. Hey, Eunice. Okay. What's up? What's up, William? Yeah, I felt like lonely. And, you know, I'm sure as entrepreneurs, a lot of people understand what I'm talking about. You're doing your thing, you know, day in, day out. You talk to people online sometimes, but, you know, especially when you cut yourself off from social media, it's kind of like, it's just me, right? But, you know, once I started formulating my team and started interacting with people on a daily basis that way, it started to feel like I had a little bit more personal connection. So I enjoyed that aspect, and also building systems. Because I think without systems, you start to feel like you just don't know what's working, and you don't know what steps to take in your businesses or in life, you know. So basically that was that one. And big thing, peace of mind. Part of the 60-day fast, the guy I got this idea from, Wesley Virgin, Ask a Multimillionaire on YouTube. He's got a whole like 160 videos. He mentioned this meditation audio, and he said that he listened to it 3 times a day for 20 minutes a day. It's 20 minutes long. When you wake up, midday, I do it about 1 o'clock, and then before you go to bed. And so I did that for 60 days, and now it's 61 because I did it again today. So I really feel like doing the meditation helped clear my mind also, not just like not being online. Yeah, peace of mind is, gosh, you know, if I had known that I was going to get that alone from doing the 60-day thing, I would have did it, you know, a year ago if I had known about it. So highly recommend everybody to do this, just for that peace of mind, and do the meditation, you know, 3 times a day. I know it seems long, and at first you're like, I would lay on the couch and I would try to like focus on my breathing, and yeah, Eunice, follow a system. That'll give you peace of mind right there, because you know like what to do next. But yeah, meditation, it's challenging. I remember doing like, when I first became an entrepreneur, I was like, I'm gonna meditate, you know, and I would get like through 5 minutes, and then I think I got to the point where I could do like 10 minutes, and then I was like, all right, that's enough. And then doing it 20 minutes 3 times a day is a lot at first, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm always meditating. But I don't remember exactly when, but at some point I just started to feel that it was really helping. And after that, it wasn't really like, hey hubby, my husband just joined. I started to feel like after doing the meditation that it was giving me new ideas, and it was calming me throughout the day. It wasn't just like during the meditation I was calm. Yeah, Eunice, if you're at 10 minutes for meditation, take it slow. Like, you don't have to jump to 20. You could go to like 12. And then, you know, a couple days later, go to 15, and then, you know, 18, things like that. Yeah, and to go over the whole challenge again for guys that joined the live a little bit later. So 60 days, you have no television or movies. And by that, I mean like no Netflix, no sitcoms, soap operas, reality, whatever. I watched YouTube videos, only educational stuff, only motivational stuff, like Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Bob Proctor, people like that, you know. Just obviously, it's not really like entertainment. That's why I called it entertainment fast. So yeah, I cut out the TV, cut out the movies, cut out the music. Again, this was the hardest part for me, I think, was the music. What else? No radio, like, and no social media, you know, just staying off the social media. No Facebook, no Instagram, no Pinterest, no Snapchat, no Tumblr, whatever the heck else is out there. So that was the 60-day thing. Oh, and then the meditation, 3 times a day, when you wake up, middle of the day, and right before you go to bed. And it's a 20-minute long one that I listen to, and I think you can probably just find it on YouTube by typing it's like alpha isochronic tones daydream meditation. It's 20 minutes long. It's got this really colorful graphic, orange and blue, colorful swirly thing. It's like one of those ones you don't have to listen to headphones with. You can just like play it. That's what I do. And yeah, even if you're like tired and you listen to it, it keeps you awake. I don't know, it's really weird. It gave me like a lot of good ideas though. I really liked it. So, okay, so I've gone through 4. We kind of touched on focus. Yeah, focus, you know, it kind of came with the clarity. Because you have a lot of time freed up, it's like, oh, now I know kind of what to focus on, right? Hey, what's up, Erin? Focus will help you with your clarity, with your vision, and help you take massive action towards the right things. You know, I think I heard this from Brian Tracy, but they talk about like how foolish is it to spend all this time and effort and energy doing massive action and it be the wrong thing, right? And I'd say, yeah, I kind of agree with that, although sometimes like you don't know what, you know, like, am I doing the right things? I don't know, right? So I kind of agree with it, but I kind of am like, I've been on the other side of the fence where I'm like, hey, I don't know, I'm taking massive action, but is it in the right direction? I don't know, right? You gotta wait and find out what's gonna happen. But I think having the focus and the clarity from pulling yourself away from all this media and all this entertainment will help you with having the focus and knowing, yes, this is the right steps, because I can look back a week, 2 weeks, a month, and I can see what I was doing then, and I can see how I increased things, and I can see the results now. Hey, Mom. My mom just joined. Yeah, just watch the replay. You missed a lot. Yeah, so that all came from I think the clarity part of it, getting away from the media, getting away from the entertainment, focusing on what you really want. And every day I felt like I was more concentrated on my goals instead of concentrating on the noise. And it just felt that there is so much noise because we're so accessible now, of course. So if you're on multiple channels, multiple social media channels, it's like you're so available for everybody to like bombard you with information, right? Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't want to be so available, you know? I need clarity, I need peace of mind, and I need to focus. I need to get the heck off of these apps, right? The last kind of thing was the reconditioning and reprogramming of my mind, which I didn't realize I needed until I started this. And I thought, you know, oh, I think positive most of the time, I do this, I do that, and I'm like, no, I think I thought I did, and until I started to have more quiet time and started to get away from this noise, concentrating on the goals rather than noise. Yeah, exactly. Goals being the new focus, right? Not the noise. And yeah, until I got away from the noise, and this is why this is so helpful to do this 60-day thing, because you don't even know when you start, like, what's going to be my outcome, what's the result here. But getting away from the noise helped me to take the time to listen to what I should be listening to, which was all these like motivational speakers, with the large percentage being the small few, you know. I didn't listen to like hundreds of different people, I listened to a couple. And I think that's important because their ideas start to drill into your head. And, you know, some days I was listening to like 6-7 hours of audio. And I'd be working and listening, or walking my dogs and listening, or in the car and listening, at the gym and listening. which was another challenge during the 60-day. I usually listen to music while working out, and to only be able to listen to educational videos and things like that, it was a little bit hard. Not gonna lie on that one, because I usually let the music like motivate me. But I actually found some cool, like, there's these videos online that are like motivational videos, and they have like speakers, you know, like TD Jakes, Les Brown, and they put it with these, like, you know, hyped up sort of stock images, and make everybody like, you're conquering a mountain, you know, you're lifting weights, and you're doing it, you know. And they kind of like, they mix it up. It's like a little mixtape. So I listened to some of those while I was working out, or I'd listen to sermons and things like that, and recondition my mind, just reprogram things. And, you know, this is like such an important process that you have to focus on every day. And I didn't realize how far away I'd gotten from it, because, you know, when I heard somebody say it's who you listen to most of the time, it didn't really click until I heard him say that, think about it, like, you might listen to somebody motivational like for an hour in the morning, maybe, you know, throughout the day, one or, you know, another hour, maybe at, you know, night, you cooking dinner, you might listen to somebody. That's only like 3 hours, right, of your entire day, where you might be awake for, I don't know, 16, 17, 18 hours. It's like a fraction. So what's going in your head all those other hours, right? Are you listening to other people, you know? Are you listening to your friends? Are you listening to social media, you know, your family, whatever? You just have to be mindful about what's going in your head. So that's kind of what I had, you know, lessons learned from the 60-day entertainment fast. And, you know, I definitely challenge everybody to do this for themselves. It's not going to be easy. The first 2 weeks are going to really suck. After, oh, it froze up. Guys, let me know if I'm still on, if I froze up. Hopefully not. I am outside, so it was just too nice out. I couldn't not be outside. Yeah, so I just challenge you guys to do this, and, you know, get through those first 2 weeks. Those are the hardest. 30 days, I was still like, you know, sometimes I was like, dang, you know, I'd like, kind of wish I could just sit on the couch and watch, you know, something. But then I was like, you know what, I'll just put on like TD Jakes or Les Brown or somebody and watch them, you know. And that was my entertainment. And it got to the point where I was like, yeah, you know, I really want to watch that. I'm still on. Okay, thanks, Eunice. Yeah, so I was just like changing my interests, which I didn't think was gonna happen, which was kind of cool. But you know, when you kind of like spend more time with somebody, in a sense, you start to like kind of like them more, right? You feel more like kin to them. I think that's what was happening with me watching all these you know, motivational people on YouTube and stuff like that. And also too, I was watching technical stuff, you know, about business, about entrepreneurship, about the technical stuff of e-commerce that I'm doing. So that was helpful for me to feel like I was learning a lot and always training my brain, you know. So that's pretty much what I had, you know. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free. I'm pretty much an open book about it. I just really wanted to share it and, you know, and give some value, because I haven't been online in a while, and I definitely haven't done a Facebook Live in a really long time. And it's helpful to know if it was helpful for you to hear my story. So feel free to comment, like it, share it. You know, if there's somebody out there who you think might need to do this, you know, feel free to share it on their timeline. Just like, hey, this is a great idea. And let me know if you decide to do it yourself, because I'd be really interested to know how many people will take that challenge. You know. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm glad it was helpful. Hey, what's up, Gerson? You're at the tail end here. Feel free to watch the replay. And yeah, guys, let me know if you know, I'm always working on myself. I'm always trying to develop myself in a better way. And this 60-day fast taught me to never take your foot off the gas, because if you do, you're gonna start to slide. If you're not going forward, you're going backward. And I didn't realize it. I thought that I was doing things, you know, because I was like, oh, well, I'm reading a lot of books. I listen to audio every day, but everything I was doing was like in this amount, you know. And if it was that amount that got you to here, what's the amount going to be that's going to take you to here, you know? And that's what I didn't I didn't make the connection until I started doing this. Yeah, Pauline, you said that you've done this before, but or you tried to. Yeah, I would say just do it for 60 days, because you're gonna feel really good about yourself for the fact that you stuck it out. Because nobody was holding me accountable. I didn't mention this anywhere other than to like one friend on social media, and that's just because we talk business on Facebook Messenger. And then of course my husband knew, but nobody was there to be like, hey Amy, you know, are you slacking off, or, you know, like it was up to me. It was up to me. I had to do it for myself. And if you don't do it for yourself, then, you know, yeah. So that's the only reason to do it. Do it for yourself so that you come out better. And I guarantee you, something's going to come out of it that you didn't realize was going to come out of it. And it's going to be really good for you. One of the new interests I got was, I'd listened to him before, but not really very often. And I didn't really like, you know, it wasn't like, wow, he's so cool. But whether you're religious or not, T.D. Jakes is like one of the best speakers of all time. I mean, just pick any of his videos online. That guy will hit you in the soul. That guy is like power. You know, I can't wait to see him live in Dallas. That's where his church is. I'm definitely going to make it out there to see him. I usually watch like Joel Osteen and Joyce Meyer, and I love both of them. But when I watched him, I was just like, dang, like you feel it, you know, you feel it right there when he talks and when he preaches. But yeah, feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know if you're going to do it. Yeah, T.D. Jakes is anointed. Alright guys, take care.